Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a new review, night point of view, of course, of the new Škoda Octavia 4. This is the hatch. This is the 2.0 diesel with 150 horsepower, DSG automatic 7-speed. And this is the style package, so let's check it out. This is the key, as you can see it, pretty elegant, just like in the new Golf and Seat Leon. You have a little thing you can press, then it extends a keychain, and then you can extend the physical key that's inside. If I unlock the car, you're gonna see the new gimmick, so that is very cool, very beautiful. It looks just like Audi, and then you have the dynamic turn signals. In this particular model, we have the electronic toolgate, so we can open it with a key. 600 liters, 10 liters more. Very spacious. This car even has a towing hook, so you can press on the top the red button, or you can hold the key and then it closes automatically. So very elegant, black metallic color, tinted back windows. Of course, now you get the Škoda leathers instead of the badge. LED license plates as well. Beautiful 18-inch alloy wheels that really match perfectly this color option. On the side, you get the chrome bezel around the windows. So yeah, it goes very good. And I would say go for the 18-inch alloy wheels. The car looks a lot better. The lower dimensions just in this particular model are not so good looking, like the third generation. And if I press again the unlock button, you can see the front matrix, LED matrix lights that turn also into turn signals. So very beautiful. We're gonna see the performance in the pitch black. This car is also equipped with the heads-up display. So let's, without further ado, jump inside and start driving. You get the Škoda illuminated leatherings now, no badge. Very good floor mats, I must say, that are probably extra Škoda equipment. You can leave your key here. Don't forget it when you're exiting the car, because you can see I left my phone in here. You can get optional wireless charging. Fortunately, this car has a lot of options, but not that. This is the new automatic. It's no more levers, so I love this. There's a lot of free space here now. Close up, safety first, seatbelt on. You're gonna see everything illuminates in white. Ambient lights can change. So you have this touch lights, and you can turn them on by pressing. You can turn them all off, so you can see how things look. So let's start her up, and so we get a Škoda welcome here and here. So everything illuminates white. Takes a little bit for the screen to load up. We have a Canton speakers, upgraded speakers in this model, so we're gonna check that up. While this loads, I'm just gonna show you here different menus, and those are the menus. I'm going to, yeah, just a second here. So again, one of these should have the navigation. So, sorry, a little scratch on my foot. Okay, it's booting up. So just if I press home, just a little bit about the infotainment, then we're gonna head to the road. So let's test some music first. Press to mute. We're not gonna test the speakers because of the copyright strikes. Excellent speakers, excellent bass. You have an amplifier below your seat on the back, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so I would go for the upgraded if the money is not an issue. You have hand gestures here for the then you can turn on the sounds or turn them off. Yeah, let's talk about fuel consumption. While we added here, since start 5.7, long-term 6.2, and then since refueling 6 liters. I think that's pretty good. You also have it in the bubble in there. So if I go to menu, just to show you navigation in Škoda, very nice. We have 3 buildings. When you speed up, they're like string down and they're gone. Of course, you can show it inside here, so you can have a big projection if you want. You can zoom in and zoom out. And I like the classic bubbles. We're going to keep that. And just to show you, Apple CarPlay is standard and Android Auto. This is like Google Maps. And then if I come back, I can also show you the Waze. Very responsive screen, good graphics. Both screens are sharp graphics. So this is very cool and nice. And just before we leave this, just to show you the colors, you have this. So Škoda winter, summer, ocean, race, individual, automatic, and then automatic switches from the normal, sport, and eco. I'm gonna stay in normal for now, and you can switch off all of it. If you go to the individual, you can customize here like one dual option or the reverse. You can always play here with the colors. I'm going to go with the individual, and I think I'm going to choose red because I think it suits this car exterior. So coming back here, the screen brightness is at full. You also have the heads-up display. I'm not sure if you can see it from this camera angle, but it's there. It's very vivid. It's good. So engine on. You can see the automatic lights, and if I press here, you can see, excuse me, now that little logo says automatic long beam. Push it to drive. Before I go to drive, just reverse camera is excellent. It moves, as you can see, so very crispy graphics. It is a little bit distorted because of the fisheye lens, but otherwise it's very good. And overview around the car is perfect from the mirrors. No problem with the blind spot. You can see behind yourself. Very good. So let's head off. Not to talk too long. So just to mention, for those who are new to the channel, I have the 3rd generation, and it's also automatic, but a 105 horsepower. What the 1.6 TDI, which is now gone. You only have 2.0. So to prevent start-stop, you have to press to the set and then one tap of the screen, and you have to press it again if you want to exit this. Okay, so let's see here. So let's talk about the suspension. We're on 18-inch alloy wheels, so we have less tires, so it's going to be a little bumpy. I would say it's slight improvement, but it's not as comfortable as the new Golf. And on the back, if I'm not mistaken, there's no multi-link, so the suspension on the back is not independent. It's connected to the torsion beam. So yeah, this car isn't that comfortable, but I must say it's very nice. It's with this engine, it's just when you let go of the gas, it just keeps cruising very gently on the road, so it is comfortable. But I think the suspension could have been a little bit more soft, like in the Superb. You can turn off the screen. There's illuminated button. The volume is not illuminated because there's touch sensors that are infrared. You might see them maybe on the camera, maybe not. You have clock watches that are very nice, minimalistic. It's actually very late this time. I usually don't film this late, but tonight I am doing it. So please give this video a like, be a cool person for my effort. You get this message if you're not selecting a user, so it's a little bit annoying, honestly, but it is what it is. This car has heated steering wheel. It's fully heated, not just certain parts. On some other brands, like Mazda 3 only has the 9 and 3 heated. I have the green arrow. We can start off, and let's go. So the steering wheel is very ergonomic and comfort. I love the new steering wheel. Now the steering is nice and light, depending on the driving mode. So if I switch to sport, it's automatically a little stiffer and more precise. So and it, you know, gives you better feedback from the road. Now I have the lane assist, and be warned when you are on the constructions like this, it might freak out sometimes, so you better hold the steering wheel, because it's gonna try correcting you and it might do something wrong. Otherwise it's good, it follows the lines, but over here it's trying to, like, there's no lines and it's trying to read the curb. It is reading it, I can see it on the heads-up display on the hood, but you know, it's just sometimes I don't feel 100% comfortable with that thing trying to move my steering wheel instead of me. So the car it handles good on the road. It is stable. The rear end doesn't stick out even if you're aggressive. So the handling is very good on the road, and very comfortable and confident, I would say. The brakes are hard, so they're progressively, the more you push in, the harder they grip, but they're not, you know, very aggressive from the start. So I would say they're just in the sweet spot. So the engine, 150 horsepower, I think is ideal, and I would advise not going with a 115 or is it 16 horsepower. I would go for the 150 horsepower. It's perfect for this size of the car, and I'm talking here from the experience. I have the 105 and it's just feels like it's not enough power on the highway or the motorway. In the city it's fine, but if you put this car to the eco mode, it really feels like it has less power. It's very gentle, but then you have the normal and it's very good, and then if you go to the sport, it's very responsive. And then if you push, actually this seems to be drive and then economic. Okay, so you can choose only economic in this, but basically then if you pull back, it switches to the S, so the sport. If you pull it back, it's back in the economy. So if you basically need to choose economy or normal, I'm gonna choose normal. So finally I have the average consumption at 5.7 liters. Actually, I'm just gonna see if we can lower it a bit when we come to the highway. I'm gonna put it to normal and sport. Okay, let's talk about the interior a bit. Plenty of space on the back of the hatch. It has this looping roof a bit, so for a 6.6 or 2 meter tall person, there's just a lack of little space for the height, but plenty of space for the knees. For an average person, it's just enough. And the wagon, tall person has plenty of space for the head as well. So the engine is very responsive, very torquey, and has a good fuel consumption. So and it's not too loud for a diesel engine. My engine is very loud, it's very annoying. This one is more smooth, not so noisy. But it's a diesel, so you know, I'm used to diesel, but you know, some people are gonna find diesel cars more, you know, compared to the petrol, more noisy. You can see here with the new road marks are painted how good the matrix LED lights are. We're gonna come to the pitch black and test them as well. Now it's a little bit annoying if you don't press the button or the X, it just stays in the same menu, so it's kind of annoying, honestly. Okay, let's talk about the interior. The seats are very comfortable. I would advise going for the leather cloth combo, because it's good for the winter. It's warm in the summer, it's not too hot, you don't stick to the leather. This is all artificial leather, vegan, so no animals were hurt. and it just brings the interior, it looks a lot better. Also, this piano finish is an option, and you just get it standard in silver. But this, I like the keypad. It's borrowed from Peugeot. The screen, it could be maybe without this bezels, and the screen used to be better in the third generation facelift. Now it's again not the shiny one that looks like an iPad. The previous was really high quality. This, it is very quality, but it's just they decided to put a non-glossy version, so that's also a plus, but for someone it's going to be minus. The Golf got the shiny glossy finish. This one's a matte finish, if we can call it like that. So yeah, so let's speed up. We're gonna come to the highway and then do a little test to 150 so you can hear the noise inside the cabin. Switching to sport just by pulling the little short lever, if we can call it like that. I don't know the name for it, towards yourself. Switch to sport. So the handling is very good, confident. The backhand doesn't stick out. There's some bumps here. The LED lights are on automatic long beam. Very good illumination. This is the noise on 130. And then at 150, I'm gonna switch to normal. I'm gonna slow down to 100. So in 100 you hear a lot of tire noise. The engine isn't so loud. At 130 the noise keeps increasing. It seems like it's coming maybe from the B pillar or from the front side mirrors or the A pillar. And then if we speed up, it just increases, and it's very annoying. This is the front fog LEDs. For some reason they're not activated when you're cornering, when you're going to the corner. Turn radius is very good if you're parking, so it's decent. I'm gonna turn the long beam again to automatic. Now the lane assist is working. It's correcting me. After a few seconds, maybe 12 seconds, it's gonna freak out like now. So I take over. I mean, there's just some noise coming from the B pillar and it's quite annoying. But if we turn on the music, it's not a big deal. The music can outloud the cabin noise, but sometimes some people like to enjoy, you know, just driving without music. So in that case, it's a little bit annoying, to be honest. See, the lane assist is trying to fight, so be cautious. Although when it's green, then it's good, but keep your eyes on the steering wheel. Okay, we're gonna come to a spot we're gonna test our LED matrix lights in pitch black and do a little 0 to 100 test. Cruise control works pretty good. It's basically the same. And then if you press here, you can also check the limiter, so it limits your speed. Or you can just add cruise control, and that's it. Put the limiter and you can play with that, but I'm not gonna use that. Anyways, it's very nice how this car coasts. It just keeps coasting in neutral. It usually, you know, sometimes it just holds the speed and you can let go of the gas or the accelerator pedal and it just keeps going, you know, or the throttle. So overall, the Octavia 4 is very comfortable. You know, it's wider inside. It feels much better and refined. The interior and the exterior is really nice and modern now. But I think the suspension could be a little bit better, and the soundproof should be better for this car. I mean, I know where Octavia, I mean the Škoda, is inside of the Volkswagen group. Unfortunately, they've got a better design, some better materials, and free hands in that spot, but they didn't get free hands in technology. So yeah, they got the cool you know, they LED lights with a gimmick. They have the dynamic turn signals finally and stuff like that, and you get a lot of technology. So lane assist is standard, cruise control, I mean adaptive cruise control, braking for the pedestrians, matrix LED lights are standard in this package. I mean, this car is like, you can spec this car for 30,000, maybe 35-ish. I forgot the euro prices, but you get a lot of value for money in Škoda if you want this kind of a size long hatch. So a huge value for money, yes. Okay, we're coming to a road. We're gonna do 0 to 100. Official time is 0 to 100 8.7 seconds. At this part there's illumination, I mean public street light, and the other part is for some reason lately turned off. So you should see now the automatic long beam. Actually, I turned it on by mistake. You can see how it spreads out, and then if I fully stop, it's gonna widen. So I'm gonna stop here. Wow, did you see those elements closing down? That was impressive. Okay, so set, start, stop, off, engine is on. Driving mode, switching to sport, but I'm gonna press it here in case some of you think I'm not. So I'm in sport, and brake, gas. Brakes are good, so that felt around 8 seconds. I used to get excited about that, but now it's just like, it's like meh, I've driven faster cars. So we're gonna head over here. It's interesting, you can see like each segments. If I speed up, wow, did you see that? Wow. And then if I slow down, wow, that is impressive. I'm gonna switch now from my GoPro 8 to iPhone film to see that so you can see the difference, and then gonna take night mode pictures so you can see the best how it looks. Okay, so this is the iPhone camera, and as you can see, just to show you the fog LEDs, very, very bright, and then a long beam manually. This is a long beam, this is a short beam. Actually, it's automatic. I'm gonna speed up before I'm gonna take pictures. Okay, back on the video. I'm gonna speed up, so it is on automatic. As you can see, automatic lights. I'm gonna speed up so you can see better with this camera. Oh wow, look at that. And then slow down. So you saw how this segment's shut off. Okay, so I've a bunch of navigation, so I can show you that a little bit, and watch on front. As you can see how the LED lights, even the fogs turn on, I'm sure now, and then they turn off segments, they turn on segments depending on the traffic as well. I showed you in the pitch black, you can just see them how they're working, illuminating sounds, signs, and then see, it just completely went off because it detects there's street lights. So very, very impressed with the matrix LED lights in Škoda. I'm not sure if you can see the heads-up display. It shows you route guidance, it shows you on top of the digital cockpit as well, and then on the maps. You can also press some sort of animal. I don't think it was a cat. You can have this digital view, and then you can have this, so you can see in front of you where you need to turn. If, like, you can have two screens with the navigation, or like this. So I think I'm gonna start wrapping up this video. My impressions of the Škoda. Okay, a little critic on the back. There's no illumination in the doors. Yeah, not too many critics besides the suspension that I think should have been better, and the soundproof in the cabin on the higher speeds. Besides that, very small critics. Mostly impressed with the car. It is comfortable. Honestly, I'm tempted of thinking of buying the new generation, and I think for everyone who's getting it either by a lease or a company car, or you're just thinking of the new generation as your next car, it's very good. I would go for it if you're looking for family spacious car, even entry executive car. It is very good car, very good value for money, so I would go for that. So this is huge value for money, considering the price and what you get for your price. Comparing, the cars are now getting more and more expensive, and some are even like less inside, less quality made. They need to lower the emissions, and sometimes they can't do it with the technology, so they're trying to put cheaper plastic inside the cars to lower the weight, so it doesn't feel that much quality anymore. And the automatic is smarter. It doesn't stay in high gears. It corrects them very nicely, so the automatic transmission is improved, so I'm very happy and pleased with it. Okay, the map is cool on the navigation, shows some cool information. It's 3D building structures. We're gonna end the video in the garage, hopefully. It's actually so late, I'm not even sure if it's opened, but yeah, let's find out. If you're new to this channel, I usually start from the parking lot and ended up in a garage, sort of driving from point A to point B. and I want you to see the car in the garage if there's some better lights. But now usually with this pandemic it's turned off. All the windows go all the way down. If you're wondering, you can still use the key to lower all the windows and push them up, if I'm not mistaken. A little purring sound with the window down, the engine, diesel. It's not that loud, it's actually quite decent. And I'm gonna park somewhere where there's at least some light above the car. Never been this late inside here. Ooh, interesting car. So I think I'm just going to park it here in the over here. So I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. It really helps a lot. It helps a lot if you subscribe. Gives me more opportunities to get more cars, film more expensive cars. Just a little Croatian guy talking in English. Channel is close to 50,000 subscribers. A lot of people don't subscribe. It's just they like the content, but I don't know if it's hard or they missed the button. In case you subscribe, please click the little bell to get notifications when I upload a new video, so you don't miss new videos. And type in the comments below what do you think about the Octavia. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them if I get time. Of course, don't forget your key, don't forget your phone. I'm sorry, it's very noisy in the garage. When you open, this always turns to red color so the cars can see you. Thank you for watching. As always, stay safe on the road. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.